everyone, I'm Carmen.
Today I'm Mohammed Jager.
I'm Jody.
So I'd like to introduce teammates who will be guiding you through the section. So each of us has focused on specific section and to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of cultural landscape you will be entering. So first, I will be kicking things off by covering part 1 and 2, where I will give you an overview of Morocco and dive into the key cultural differences between Morocco and Australia. Next, Jago will take over with part 3, focusing on social and business ethics, and for making the right impression in both casual and professional settings. After that chat review, we'll lead to part 4, where should we discuss effective communication and management strategy to ensure smooth interaction with the employee. Finally, Jody will wrap things up with part 5, guiding you through the arts of negotiation in the Moroccan context and the digital skills for building successful business partnerships. So together we are here to ensure that you leave this session well prepared for your coming quiz in Morocco. So welcome everyone to today's cross-culture training program. Let's dive in and start our journey into the heart of Moroccan culture. So Morocco is located in North Africa, where between Europe and the rest of Africa, it giving its unique blend of cultural influence. It has diverse landscape ranging from the Sahara Desert in the South Atlas Mountains and the Mediterranean and Atlantic coastline. So for the climate in Morocco, it's very wet winter and hot dry summer. So in southern area, especially near the desert, it will have like more arid climate and extreme weather and temperature. So Morocco is a rich history dating back to ancient times with influence from Berber and French culture. This history has shaped Morocco's social norms, traditions, and even the legend systems. And the colony legacy, the understanding Morocco colony past, particular the French and Spanish protectorates, is essential as it has had a lasting impact on language, administration, and education system in this country.
So I'm going to talk about the culture differences between Morocco and Australia through hot-test culture dimensions. So in Morocco, there's strong emphasis on respecting hierarchy. People are generally comfortable with decisions being made by those in higher positions. And it's considered disrespectful to question or challenge your superior in public. For Australian managers, it's important to understand this dynamic. But leading, you need to show clear authority, but also respect the established hierarchy. Morocco is also a collectivist culture. Meaning family, community, and group loyalty come before individual goals. Business decisions tend to be made with a focus on long-term relationships and group consensus. So unlike in Australia, where personal initiative is highly valued in Morocco. It's all about building trust and maintaining strong relationship with your colleagues and business partners. When it comes to uncertainty avoidance, Morocco takes a balanced approach. They respect tradition but also open to change, as long as it's introduced carefully with clear communication. For managers, this means that any new strategies or ideas should be rolled out gradually, giving people time to adapt and feel confident in the change progress.
The cultural difference between Morocco and Australia is the host context. So, indirect communication, Morocco is a high context culture where communication is often indirect, and much of the meaning is derived from context and non-verbal cues and the surrounding environment. Relationships and trust are crucial, and messages are often implied rather than explicitly stated. The second is importance of relationships. Building strong personal relationships is essential in Moroccan culture. Understanding the subtleties of non-verbal communication and the importance of reading between the lines is critical for successful interactions.
So for the costume and dress, so in Australia, we usually dress like casually and more informal, reflecting the country laid back culture. And people commonly wear shorts, skirts, t-shirts, and sandals, especially in coastal regions. But for in business environment, they usually dress like more standard, and it can still be less formal compared to other countries. So traditional Australian dress is less defined due to the country multiculturalism and modern influence. For Morocco, clothing tends to be more traditional and modest, reflecting the country elite's culture norms. And the jalaba is which is a long dress, and it commonly wear by a man or woman, and especially in the rural areas. And in many rural areas, many women wear hand scarves, so it basically like this, yeah, and you can choose your color. So it basically, okay, wait. It basically you need to, okay, cover all your hairs. You cannot see all your hairs. So yeah. So for men, you can tie it like this. Yeah. So many of them will wear some traditional clothing, but it like depends on personal choices. And in contrast to Australia cultural dress, Morocco clothing, particularly in public space, is more conservative and modest.
Okay. Next, I will introduce your social and business etiquette in Morocco. Morocco business etiquette is quite complex due to the mix of Arabic, Muslim, Berber, and French culture. As most Moroccans are practicing Muslim Islamic value, have quite a large impact and influence on Moroccan business culture. Morocco is also a former French protectorate, and many of its business and based on the French system, as most other countries around the Mediterranean Sea. A strong hierarchy and close personal relationship are the outstanding characteristics of the Moroccan business culture. And Arabic and French are the official language. Learning a few basic greeting, you can show respect and use handshake with a formal greeting, like bonjour. Yeah, the French always in the bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. One meeting with acquaintances, Moroccans may use the bees. You use the bees like face to face. Bonjour. Bonjour. Yeah, bonjour. Moroccans are used. The Moroccans are used. Moroccan are used to eating with their hands. Eating with their hands. However, it's important to note one thing. Left-handedness is considered unclear in the Moroccan culture. So be sure to use your right hands in public. Yeah. If you visit Morocco during Ramadan, be especially careful. Avoid eating and drinking in public. Tipping is customary in Morocco, such as in restaurants, cabs, and hotels. The business dress code. Okay. Yeah. The business dress code in Morocco is more conservative. Men usually wear suits, while women are required to wear modest professional suits with care taken to cover shoulder and knees. It is important to make a good impression when meeting your Moroccan business contacts for the first time. Always make a personal connection with the person before getting down to business. There is also the fact that being on time for a meeting is signal for respect for the Moroccans. There is no formal etiquette for exchanging business cards. Please translate one side for the card into French and Arabic, and use your right hands. Yeah.
The communication and management of employees in Morocco, like the high contact communication, indirect and relationship oriented. The indirect communication in Morocco, communication tends to be high context, meaning much of the information is communicated through non-verbal cues, context, and what is not said, rather than through direct words. This can be quite different from Australia's more direct and explicit style of communication. The second one is implication for managers. Australian managers should avoid being overly blunt or direct, especially when discussing sensitive issues. It's important to be diplomatic, paying attention to tone, body language, and the substance of the conversation. Building strong personal relationships will help make communications more and more effective. And next one is listening and observation. Managers should listen carefully and observe non-verbal cues to understand employees' concerns or unspoken issues. And the workplace flexibility is cultural sensitivity. The work-life balance and religious the considerations Moroccans will balance between work and personal life. Religious practice such as daily prayers and fasting during Ramadan can impact work realities. Implication for managers to be flexible with work hours and security, particularly during religious periods or holidays, demonstrating cultural sensitivity to employees' religious practice and personal commitment will help foster a more harmonious workplace. Managers should be understanding of time off for religious observance or family events.
So at the end, I'm going to talk about the negotiation in Morocco. In Moroccan negotiation culture, great importance is placed on personal relationships and implicit communication. As a part of high context culture, Moroccans often convey messages through nonverbal cues and social environments rather than relying solely on verbal expressions. Building trust and personal connections is particularly important in negotiations, with both parties typically spend time getting to know each other before discussing specific business details. The concept of hierarchy is also important in Moroccan culture, and it is essential to respect the experience and status of the other party during the negotiation process. Additionally, Moroccans have a flexible view of time, with negotiations proceeding at a slower pace, emphasizing patience and understanding rather than rushing. Religion plays a significant role in Moroccan society, and the values of fairness, mutual benefit, and ethical behavior, often guided by religious principles and reflected in negotiations. As a result, negotiations in Morocco tend to follow a win-win strategy where both parties strive to achieve mutually beneficial outcomes through collaboration. So to sum up, it's important for managers to understand it's important for managers to understand Morocco's unique culture if they want to succeed here. We have seen through half test dimensions, and Morocco has a more traditional hierarchical way of working, where relationships really matter. And in a high context culture like Morocco, communication isn't always direct. So people need to be good at picking up on unspoken cues, whether it's giving feedback or negotiating. Being patient and focusing on building trust is the key. And of course, understanding local customs like language preferences and business etiquette, especially during important times like Ramadan, will help build strong connections and make business interactions smoother. Adapting to this culture differences is vital for effective management and successful partnership. And so yeah. It's quiz time now.
Yes, it's quiz time. Before the quiz time, any questions? If not, we can move to the quiz time. Yes. Can everyone take out your phone and scan the quiz?
张杰，这个要拍吗？
Everyone can see you're sharing your screen.
Yeah, can actually like
Yeah, I'm
to like a community.
I can help you place it real fast. Like you use all the don't buy it. Good. I'm pretty sure.
like the green once you're done.
Can everyone take out their phone and scan the QR code or enter the scanning?
Alright guys, everyone, can you please do that right now? Except for you, we're recording, so you're okay. Alright, jump in quickly. You want everyone else to do your quiz as well. So please jump in. Okay, everyone's there. 15. 4 more people or something like that.
You look down 20 feet, but yeah. It's between you guys.
Select the other device. Yeah. Okay, let's start. And make it full screen. Yeah.
It's a good.
So the first one, which of the following statement is incorrect? Four, three, two, one. That should be.
Alright. Our quiz is simple as hell. It's a good chat, it's a good mix you play.
Yes, the Morocco is.
I told you this one.
Move.
I'm fucking first place, man. Gotta catch up.
Context culture theory, how communication is characterized in Morocco.
directly in chat.
Wait, how? Oh, my lord. How? Move too far.
So which of the following statement is correct about business activity in Morocco? Yes.
Comfort. Very simple. Comfort. Very simple.
During Ramadan was an important consideration for foreigner managers in Morocco.
Should be scheduling the business meeting in the evening.
Let's go now.
Which of the following languages is least commonly used in Moroccan business settings?
Yes, should be English. So which one should be considered to avoid causing an obstacle?
That's all I like. Shut up. I will torture you.
Should be building personal relationship.
We'll do guys, man. It's not gonna last long.
Why business negotiations in Morocco take longer than expected? Because
Okay, yeah.
So I thought, yeah.